avoiding low energy feels like self-preservation, But in reality, it is an unconscious admission that it has power over you. To avoid something is to place it on a pedestal. You are now telling yourself, you know what? You are strong enough to affect me. So I must remove myself. That in itself is surrendering your own energy. But true power does not avoid. True power stands firm. You know, when your energy is high, it's stable and it is anchored, you don't have to dodge negativity. You recalibrate the environment. A low energy presence can only infect an unstable system. So if your aura is whole, you become the dominant vibration, the tuning fork that resets the frequency of everything around you. I mean, think about it. The sun does not avoid darkness. It dissolves it by showing up. A calm, grounded person does not flee from anger. Their steadiness naturally softens the tension. You know, a deeply intentional soul does not shrink when insecurity enters the room. Their clarity becomes a silent mirror that exposes and transforms it. You know, this is why avoidance is not a solution, because it keeps you in survival mode. Facing low energy with intention means you choose presence over fear, response over reaction, alignment over retreat. And when you face it consciously, you don't just protect yourself, you influence. You become the force that low energy wants to avoid because it cannot survive in your frequency. You know, like a very good example, like in relationships. Let's say your partner is upset and projecting their mood onto you. If you avoid them by shutting down, or even leaving, or even dismissing their feelings, then you create distance and silently tell yourself their energy controls me. It is a subconscious thing that you're telling yourself. But if you ground yourself, if you listen and respond with calm clarity, without absorbing their storm, then you change the dynamic. Instead of two nervous systems clashing, yours becomes the anchor that helps theirs regulate. In time, they either calm down or recognize they cannot shake your stability. Even in the personal journey, like on your healing journey, you'll often encounter people who mock, even doubt, or even belittle your growth. That is low energy. Now, avoiding them completely might look like strength, but it can actually feed their power in your psyche. Facing them intentionally, not arguing, but staying aligned with your truth and not shrinking, then it shows that their energy cannot dictate your path. And eventually, they either elevate or they drift away. You know, huh? The key is not to fight or even to fix or even to resist low energy. All of those still give it power. The key is to embody stability so fully that low energy has no choice but to either rise to meet you or exit on its own. My people, avoidance is weakness disguised as wisdom. Stability is the real wisdom. Don't avoid low energy. Out-stabilize it. My people, heal. Heal.